Hello, I'm JB. Tune in to Jazz and Stuff. I will feature the artist of a lifetime.
And I'm Theresa of Davenport and Cute Personal Financial Services with your weekly financial tips. Tune in to Jazz and Stuff every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. on the After Party Radio.
It is time now for Theresa, and being broke isn't what?
Isn't cute. Isn't cute, JB. It never has been and never will be.
Never will be.
Never will be. Hi, I'm Theresa with Being Broke Isn't Cute Personal Financial Services, and I'm here with the Jazz and Stuff financial tips for the week. I pulled this information from Black Enterprise off their Facebook page. It's 5 tips for managing a full-time job and an entrepreneurship. Because a lot of people like me, I have a business on the side, but I also have a full-time job. I got my, got my full-time job and a part-time hustle. So you got to know how to balance all that because there's a lot going on.
Oh yes,
You're working 40, 50 hours a week, and then you still have to put in some time on your business, so you can't tire yourself out. And the first tip is that you've got to have some time management. You've got to be able to balance all of that. You've got to know when to shut work off and turn on your entrepreneur hat. And you've got to know when to turn both of those off and be a parent or a spouse. Next, you have to prioritize. You can't, everything can't be important. Everything can't wait either. There are some things you're going to have to get done. Sometimes you're just going to have to do work. One of the things I do is that I don't bring work home. I just don't.
No,
I don't. I just, whatever it is, I shut it off at 5, and then I come home, and I'm a parent. Being broke isn't cute. I'm a personal financial services consultant. Whatever I need to be, but I am not an analyst because that's what I do at work. I'm not an analyst for my job.
That's you leave that when you walk out the door.
I leave that when I walk out the door, and there has to be a cutoff point, or it'll bleed over into your life, and then you don't want to leave your family out. You don't want to leave your spouse out. And I'm getting to another one. Consistency. You've got to be consistent, and a lot of times. When you're basically working 2 jobs because you got a full-time job and then you got your side-time hustle. You've got to remember to be consistent in your hustle. You've got to give it some time. You've got to spend some time on that, and that takes a lot of energy. Next, you've got to take, and this is one I think is probably most important, is that you've got to take personal time. Because you cannot burn yourself out. If you're working 40 hours at your main job, and then you're coming home and you're putting in 10 or 20 hours a week on your side hustle, and then you still got to cook for the family, you still got things, if you're involved in other charitable organizations, you got things to do at church, all these things can pile up, and you'll find yourself burn out because you didn't take any time for you.
That's correct.
So you've got to pull back, you've got to take some time for you and do things that you like to do. And just spend that time. And then the other one, I like this one, is to help other people. That's always a good thing. Help pull somebody else up. Encourage somebody else who's maybe starting their business and hasn't gotten quite as far along as you have. Or maybe isn't having the success that they thought they would have. But encourage, be helpful to other people. Help them out, give them some advice, give them some suggestions, support their business. If they're having a vendor opportunity, come out and help them, give them some feedback on their display. There are all kind of other things to help other people. But let me go back through them again. Time management. Make sure you're spending your time wisely. There's no need to waste your time. Prioritize. That's part of time management. If you prioritize your activities right, you won't waste a whole lot of time. Be consistent. You've got to be consistent. You can't work on your side hustle for a few hours this week and then drop it for the next 3-4 weeks because you've got to be consistent. Personal time, take some time for you, and just you. And then help others. Help somebody else get their business started. You might get some ideas and things from them. Learn from them as they learn from you. So That's it from me. That's the Jazz and Stuff financial tips for this week. I'm Theresa Tennyson, founder of Being Broke Isn't Cute. And as I say, it never has been, it never will be. You can find me at beingbrokeisn'tcute.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Being Broke Isn't Cute PFS. And as always, you can find me on Jazz and Stuff each Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on the After Party. Back to you.
All right, Theresa. Yeah. Being broke.
Tune in to Jazz and Stuff. I will feature the artist of a lifetime.
And I'm Theresa of Being Broke Isn't Cute Personal Financial Services with your weekly financial tips. Tune in to Jazz and Stuff every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. on the After Party Radio.